Columbus used to be the top-notch place to get high at. They be like, come outside, smoke your blunts, go back in your house. So you wouldn't get kicked out of your house by being a fool or being around foolish people. You go to church, you be in church, people be like, I smoke weed every day. The pastor be like, I get high off of people coming in high. You know? He wouldn't never be like, don't do it because it's of the earth, he used to say, and so it's the Bible. So you should always know what's out there before you bring it into your house. So I used to tell myself to tell the pastor, remind them every day that if you don't go to church, you won't know your soul and know who you meant for, first off. And remind them to be obedient to their parents. Because if their parents is obedient, they're going to deserve the gift that God gave them, the child. So he used to always say, it seemed like you prepared all my speeches and my pediment. The challenge for the stoop. The sit. The stoop is called the pulpit. The stoop is called where you sit down to give judgment to oneself, caressing the Bible pages. The stoop is the starting of everything. You shouldn't get shy when you're a pastor. You shouldn't lust or crave or marvel over anything. You should have it all before you get in the temple and get called the pastor. You know what I mean? That's called a whole temple. Have it all means a brain and a soul and a heart and a perfect structure. You don't never lust for the people's money. My Reverend Hale, I think that was his name. He had a session for kids. It was called A Gift to Heaven. And every kid didn't have to sit still when them ladies was teaching them in Sunday school. They'd be like, I want to go to the bathroom. They'd be like, no, you want to go out in the front laboratory and just play. Because you can't focus on the book writing and the labels we got to read to you in the scripture right now. And they would dance around with little chants. Hosea, that means one child of God, one whole child of God. Hosea was the mother of Jesus Christ the Lord, a gossip by Jesus Christ. I heard that Jesus Christ had the power to make vaginas and an extra human and an extra penis. Jesus Christ. So the Lord and God said, we don't have to shelter that. That's not our child. It should only came out one. They said he was a he and she too. And was older than God and the Lord, which was God the Father and Mother the Lord. Dolores A., the son of Christ, was supposed to be the only one that made both of them. Said he lived so fucking long as a him and a her that he created two parents out of his ribs from all the years he was alive watching animals on earth mate, fight, argue, turn, bite, feed, raise families and babies with each other. Then he made an ark. He said, I want my mother and father now. After he watched all the animals do all the mating and the world spread because he walked far and wide and created different things out of the animal, what's that called? Triangle. Celebrities, labels, You got a tiger, then you got a lion. They look the same, but they aren't, like a jag. Come in black and leopard print. Even coercent straight calico. I'm 35. I've been alive 35 years and ain't had nothing but one kind of friend, a fuck buddy. Never ever had unsafe protected sex, never got burnt. Always ended up pregnant though, because I'm an hermaphrodite, hermaphrodite. A hermaphrodite means a person with a vagina and a penis. And I was dictionary since I was young. Back in the day, I wouldn't even allow out my mom or dad's sight because hermaphrodites are very violent and they're actually paid. Very paid people. I could break your nose and they say I can't get out of jail till your nose heal up. But I could break your nose just because I caught you staring at me and thinking you was going to say something about me. And I wouldn't have to go to jail, you would. As long as I could prove it. Because that means you was trying to hate crime or an incessive crime. Incessive, meaning you have been trying to steal or been stealing with my hands. in my brain and was trying to become part of something called luster. Luster is wanting more than just saying hi to a person. You want part of them, like ownership. My mom, she's Colombian and Dorican. That's an Indian that was made with African and Caribbean. My dad, he's Italian, Colombian, Italian, Irish, and Attican. It's the first Indian that turned albino. They real strong coats of hermaphrodite and hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite and hermaphrodite. They both are. And I was born real young, so young and like I was born at 1 year old. She couldn't wait no longer because I got so big and she carried me talking. They had to get me out or I would be a SOD kid, a slow kid, special ed. Because I learned so much and then had to wait. Like, you know, if you ever push on your stomach, they tell you not to push down on your stomach when you get pregnant because it makes you obsessed with the movement of a child and the laughter of yourself, thinking you could hurt somebody trying to attack you. And the only reason you act like that because you protecting yourself at the same time you want yourself to just live a life of freedom, you know. I know a lot of people that got wrapped up in somebody else's money and never could realize that they were probably their cousin or something. They was willing to give them that money, but they stick them up and shit. Try to act like them around their grandmas. Try to kill somebody before their time, you know. I'm an old soul. I was born like a little bit before 72. That's the era where vampires all got rounded up. And slaves were all written down. Names were all written down as all slaves. If you were black and white born with foreign in you, you never had no worries. They never send shit to your house to say you evicted. They could never evict you. They could never cut off your utilities. They could never say you didn't have enough money because your money was somewhere. And somebody important or big pocket that owed you. I played in a lot of black and white movies and plays. Vampire years, I'm an old bitch. But who knows? This is the future. I'm like counting on a birth certificate. My house got burnt up real young a bunch of times. So I don't really celebrate my birthday all like that. It's a pagan holiday. But I do celebrate me maturing. I celebrated today a lot. Had an old friend over. He never hit me. He never flirted with me when I felt like dirty. He never tried to push himself on me. I respect him a lot. But he got another baby mom, and I know I'm his first one. So I kind of get angered, but I'm not an angry person. You know, I forgive people easily. I lusted for a lot of men. That's how we met. We met in school, and we used to exchange notes on shit we was going to studying in class. And he used to be like, you sound foreign. I'd be like, I am. He said, I don't believe you. Then some dude walked up on us like, y'all look good in pornos together. And we did it.